There's always a song in my head every time I say that, but I don't know what song it is. But what is going on, my beautiful Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node? Please understand my reading for Virgos that this is a general reading. I'm going to try my best to make it personal, but just know I'm reading for a lot of you guys, so it may be general. But overall, my beautiful Virgos, please understand that this reading may or may not resonate with you. What this reading is about, it's a new spread Spirit is leading me to do, and that is what your higher self wants you to know. So you might be needing clarity at this time on what actions that you need to take or what path you need to follow. But other than that, my beautiful Virgos, if this message doesn't resonate, you know where the trash is at, boo-boo. If it does resonate with you and you want to infuse your energy with this community, you could do so by hitting that like button and subscribing to this channel, which I greatly appreciate you trusting me on your spiritual journey. Now, disclaimers. I'm not using any tarot, but please understand that readings should not dictate your life. My readings are not here to tell you what to do. They're simply here just to give you upliftment, guidance, and confirmation of what your soul already knows for your best and highest good. So my beautiful Virgos, let's get into it. So what was funny is that when I was shuffling your cards, your overall energy right now that your higher self wants you to focus on is you have Archangel Michael. And you have Archangel Michael twice. So I'm going to read some of these cards out the book because they're very in-depth, since I just got a new deck today. Well, no, not today, the other day. But these are beautiful, you guys. Look at these, look at these, look at these. I'm so excited to use these. Okay. So let's read this one out the booklet. You got Archangel Michael, which I think is always the first one. Yep. So you have physical representation. Call on Archangel Michael to help with cutting etheric cords and protection. Archangel Michael may be visualized with a flaming sword, blue cloak, and protective shield. Now, even though I do want to go in order, something's telling me to read this Archangel Michael card as well. So you have Archangel Michael, trusting heaven, you are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Okay. So Virgos, let's just get into your energy overall. So overall, I've learned from Virgos is that you guys worry to the max. To the max. To the point that's what makes you perfectionists. Because you're always consistently worried about things being a particular way. And I feel that the reason why Archangel Michael is here twice is because you're being asked to embody safety. Now, what I mean by that is that I recently learned that the reason why we're always in escapism, or why we're always trying to control and be in a rush, is because we feel we have to control everything, and we're too fearful to be in this present moment, hence we don't trust it. So it's like we don't feel safe to be in this present moment because we think we have to make everything happen all at once, hence which is what anxiety is. We overthink to the point that we think we have to do everything at once, hence what's great anxiety. Well, Archangel Michael here is asking you have to trust. And what doesn't make sense right now? Because I feel like a lot of you Virgos feel like you're nervous. I'm feeling nervous. It's like you're nervous that something bad might happen. And you're being asked to call upon Archangel Michael. You might have already been working with Archangel Michael. And you're being asked to sever ties. And I'm feeling like the severing ties comes from your belief systems that you have been holding on to from your parents or from your friends. It's like you're being asked to cut away what is causing confusion, disclarity, fear. And you're being asked to dive into trusting in spirit more rather than your logical self. All right. So this first part is your mentality, what your higher self wants you to realize mentally. This is going to be for your emotionality, what your higher self wants you to understand emotionally. And this is going to be your spirituality, what your higher self wants you to know spiritually, to give you more clarity on your path. Now, I'm going to start from bottom to top. So the overall spiritual beings that might be assisting you right now mentally is you have, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Ma Avatar Bachi. No, I'm not even, don't take it seriously, you guys. But you got soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. And you have sensitivity here. Oh, I love this. I love this card. You know what? I'm going to read this one out the card. I'm getting like a message, but I want to read that card first before I say the message that I'm receiving. So you have heightened intuition and compassion, which is definitely what I'm getting. You are becoming more sensitive to the energies and vibrations that precede all physical creation. You can all sense these energies, but our rational minds often override our feelings. Senses beyond what you see with your eyes and hear in your mind. Trust your heart will bring together the most up-to-date information through your senses. When we are open to sensing and feeling love, it also means we are open to sensing and feeling fear. This clarifies the importance of actively choosing where you place your gaze and focus your energy. Don't let old stories determine what you will think and feel. There is no hiding behind words. Feeling sorry for another or situation doesn't help them or you. It takes you to a place where you can't hear any solutions and feedbacks what they already know. You came here to create reality, not accept it. You attract what you are, not what you think or what you say, but what you feel. Celebrate your sensitivity. Without it, you may not realize you have a choice. What do you want to bring into your life? And then you have personal boundaries here. Choice, assertiveness, empowerment, authenticity. So Virgos, what I'm sensing mentally, your higher self wants you to be aware of is that your mental stability is very important at this time, because your mentality, I feel that since your intuition is heightening, you're starting to absorb the energies of people around you a lot easier, and they're starting to bring illusionment, meaning that they're bringing disclarity into your life to the point that you can't feel you're expanding in ways that you want to. But I'm also feeling that for some of you Virgos, you're having a tough time setting boundaries, because you're always, I'm going to be honest with you, some of you Virgos are living for other people. And now you're starting to feel the discomfort of what people are bringing to you energetically or telling you energetically through their tonality and words. So it's like your higher self wants you to make your mental peace a priority, because you being sensitive to all of this is really bringing you back to yourself and bringing you safety within yourself, hence empowerment. So it's like your higher self is letting you know it's time for you to set personal boundaries for your mental clarity and your peace in mind. Because since your intuition is heightening, you're expanding spiritually, you're expanding emotionally and mentally, and you need to guard that. You need to protect that and not allow things outside of you to get to you so easily, because those energies, those emotions, those thoughts aren't even yours. They're coming from another person or things outside of you. So you're being asked to make decisive decisions based off what feels best to you, not for other people, and not to make choices based off your limitations. So like, say something, you made a choice in the past and it gave you a certain outcome you didn't like, and you feel that if I make a choice within a situation that seems similar to the situation in the past, and you're fearful that you might make the wrong decisions and bring about that outcome that was similar to the outcome in the past, it's like you're making decisions based off that fear rather than feeling empowered to make decisions based off what feels right to you, rather than how can I say that? You're making decisions based off of what's best for you rather than defining your limitations. I hope that makes sense. So it's like, really admire your sensitivity, because it's bringing you closer to your gifts, and your gifts of learning yourself is something that you need to protect and allow yourself to create personal boundaries. And if you're struggling with creating personal boundaries, then it's just obvious that you struggle with expressing your truth. But it's like your higher self is letting you know it's time for you to value what you believe in and make choices based off of that, because it's your authenticity. All right. So emotionally, what your higher self wants you to be aware of is that the spirit guide that might be helping you emotionally is you have Radha. Right? Oh my God. I said that name before and I know I pronounced it differently, but it's not coming to mind. You have Soul Flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. So I feel like you're being guided by a feminine energy, hence you are Virgos. You're definitely a feminine energy. So I feel like you're being guided by a feminine energy, trying to help you come back into alignment. And I love the way this looks, you guys. You got the sword right here, and then you got the divine consciousness. So it's like the sword is sparking up. Like, it's like waking you up back into your expansion. And then you have divine consciousness, interconnection, expansion, oneness, and light. So emotionally, your higher self is trying to bring you to a new level of consciousness. Hence why you need to create personal boundaries, because you're going on another, Virgos, please understand, you're on a different wavelength than your surroundings. And you need to honor that part of your individuality, because you're different from your environment, because you're on a spiritual journey. You're not meant to be of this world. You're meant to be in it as your own individual. So I feel like emotionally, you're being guided to come back within yourself, because there's something that is out of alignment that you need to bring back into alignment that's going to help ignite you, go on the right path that you know your soul is calling you towards. Now let's read the divine consciousness one. Look at this card, you guys. You see what I mean? Look, I'm gonna show you right here. You got the sword and you got the light sparking up. I mean, come on, look at that beauty. Look at that. Let's read the divine consciousness one. And I love that the sword is here between Michaels, because it's like you're being asked to cut ties, sever ties, cut ways of being, cut old people out, because you're going on another level within your life and your consciousness that requires a new level of you. So that means getting out your comfort zone. And that's probably what you're fearing at this moment. All right, so you got 49. Oh, the last one. The last one. All right. All right. So you have awaken to the pure and infinite source deep within you, and live from that space. You are that which you seek and so much more. Wow. All right. Let's get ready for this. The card's message is, this card is about the supreme being, the oneness and the interconnection of all life. You could be sitting on a rock staring at the ocean, feel the vastness of it, or laying and staring up at the spray of stars glittering in the dark sky. When your mind is still and your consciousness becomes aware of the essence of being, that's when you feel the connection, the essence of life, the divine consciousness, God, Spirit, Source, whatever name you would like to give to it, if you need to give it a name. The divine consciousness can be found in silence. It is in the pause between your in and out breath. In one simple moment of realization, all the secrets of the universe may be revealed through the divine consciousness. So many of life's challenges, seeming uncertainty, would quickly dissolve if we could see ourselves and our world through the eyes of this divine consciousness. If we could look upon our short-term struggles as a parent might see a young child learning to stand, walk, and speak, we would see ourselves with deeply expanded compassion. We would recognize the true divine beings that we are and would love ourselves for being here, for waking up, for growing into all that we came here to be. We would accept our shortcomings and see the perfection in every moment. We will know that every moment serves a purpose in the great divine plan, and we will make the most of that purpose with grace and ease. We will look upon our brothers and sisters with great love. We will see them in their highest light, and in so doing, we will call them into experience of that light. Now is the time to give yourself the gift of this perspective. See the limitless expansion of divine consciousness that is within you. Feel that space that is beyond your day-to-day consciousness and allow your attention to flow here. Allow yourself to ponder this expansive state of being. Feel that although it feels beyond, bigger than you, it actually exists within and around you always. This card invites you to spend committed time in meditation, in stillness, and in nature. Discover your own unique ways to move into conscious connection with the divine essence of life. Feel your connection and oneness with this state of consciousness and know that your capability to live aligned with this is just a choice away. Great masters throughout time have all shown us that this is possible, and many have called us to follow suit. Not in some future lifetime, but right now. You are divine, so be it. Okay. So I definitely feel the reason why you have to create boundaries is because you're being asked to commit to your spiritual journey on a higher level than you ever have before. And emotionally, it's like you're being aware of how you feel emotionally, and I feel that you're feeling fear. You're feeling fear of following your heart, going against what you've been told to be and do. And it's like you're being guided to align back within yourself, align to your truth, so you can express the expansion that is within you. And you're being heavily guided, especially by Archangel Michael, because you have a calling, you have something deeper that you need to offer the world. And I feel that you're struggling with allowing this, but it's like at the same time you're realizing that it needs to happen. So this is deep, and you got the wings here. So it's like it's time for you to allow this expansion because you're being guided to it, and you know you're being guided to it. Now let's get into the spiritual essence of it. All right, so you have nourish. So I know the card here represents nourishing planet Earth, but I feel like spiritually your higher self is letting you know you need to nourish yourself, because that's what helps this earth heal. And you got seeing, perspective, truth, knowledge, clarity. And we were just reading, you're gaining clarity, you're gaining a new perspective, you're gaining an inner truth. I feel like you're starting to see Virgo, you see deeper than most people see. So I feel like during this time, you're starting to realize a lot of things that don't make sense to you. And you're starting to make sense of it within your own internal truth. And it's like you're diving deep and contemplating what makes up this life and what makes up me. And at the same time as you're doing that, you're starting to nurture the thought of, what if there's more? And I don't mean materialistically more. You're just like, what if there's more that I don't know within myself? What if there's more beyond this world that we have been told? There is more. It's like you're discovering the fact that there's so much more that makes up this earth, that makes up this universe. And you want to nourish that because you know you're a part of it. So you're starting to see ways within yourself that no longer serve. So you can start serving what your soul needs. And at the same time, that's going to bring you upliftment and clarity to bring about your bigger purpose within this world and serve it the way that you want to serve it and live within it. So, that's deep. That's deep. All right, let's close this out with cards from your higher self. Let's see what your higher self wants to let you know. But with Archangel Michael here, you said, God, trust heaven, trusting heaven. It's like you need to trust this transition and trust what your inner voice is telling you. If your inner voice is telling you create personal boundaries, go within, meditate more, honor your feelings, and get down to what it is you want to create and expand to express your truth. It's like you're being asked to follow this inner voice and to follow what is calling you to do. But let's see what your higher self wants to let you know. Higher self, what do you want to let my Virgos know about their mentality during this shit? What do you want to let them know mentally? Okay, well, that's emotionally. All right, they're telling me to put these back, so I'm going to put these back. Can I get one, please? Mentally. Alright, so they told me to take these. I'm going to take them. Alright, what do you want to let my Virgos know? Higher self, my Virgos in the collective. What do you want to let them know about their spiritual journey? That's too many. What do you want to let them know about their spiritual journey? Whoa, okay, let's get it. All right, Virgo. So your higher self wants to let you know, out of all what you have discovered today, is that I will not expose myself to negative stories or read awful news. It brings me down to a low vibration, hence personal boundaries. I feel like you need to take your emotions seriously, because they're signaling to you that your internal being is changing, and you need to honor that and give it exactly what it needs. So create personal boundaries. Like if you need to stop eating certain foods, stop watching certain things. This is interesting. This just came to my head. If you guys are watching too much porn, you're being asked to lean back on that, because all of these are hindering your full expression and making healthier choices that should be your priority. So you're being asked to honor your emotions, because they're teaching you the vibration that you're vibrating on, and to bring awareness to that, so you could set personal boundaries and only entertain the vibrations that are empowering you. Now the second card is, I can't help everyone, and it's okay, especially if they are unwilling to try to help themselves. Yeah, that's such a Virgo thing. Virgos, you're always there helping people, but right now your higher self is letting you know it's time to focus on yourself. Hence why your sensitivity is here, because you're feeling the heightened emotions of people around you, but at the same time, don't waste your energy on the outer world if they're not going to assist you or assist themselves. So really, Virgos, you're being asked to create those personal boundaries with those people who are not doing the inner work like you're doing. And it's okay that you can't help everyone. It's not your job to. Your job is only to discover and assist yourself, so you can be at your optimal best, to the point that your cup is overflowing, to the point that you can help people who deserve that help because they're willing to do the inner work themselves. So you're being asked to create these personal boundaries because you're starting to change, and you can't give your energy out to just anyone. Dang. Now what your higher self wants to let you know emotionally is that I would trust my gut feelings more. That physical feeling of discomfort is trying to tell me something. Yes. Okay. So Virgos, your higher self is saying that your alignment, your internal expansion to really embody your light and your sovereignty, it requires you to trust what you're feeling. Because it says it here, rediscover a lost part of yourself. You're being guided to discover the discomfort, because that discomfort is leading you to come back home to yourself and discover parts of yourself that you have forgotten. So pretty much the discomfortable feelings are really trying to teach you parts about yourself that you never discovered before. And that's going to lead you how to feel more safe within yourself, to create harmony and healing for you, to really be in alignment with who you truly are meant to be. And at the same time, also, it's like you're going to have more trust within your spirit rather than trusting in the world so easily. So you're being asked to trust your gut, because it's teaching you how to create emotional intelligence, so nothing can distract you, get to you, or bother you, because you know who you are as a being, and you're aligned with that. All right, now what your higher self wants to let you know spiritually is that I will surrender to things in my life I have no control over. So I do feel like that's why you need to trust in heaven right now. My ear is ringing as I say this. So that is definitely, what was it? The right side. So that is the feminine side. And the feminine is all about surrendering, and all about intuition and spirit. So you're being asked spiritually to tap into your feminine side, because you're going to gain clarity on how to trust. And also, it's like your higher self wants you to learn how to feel safe in this present moment, and nurture yourself in the best way possible, because when you can nurture yourself in this moment and be in this moment with yourself instead of abandoning yourself, you're able to see better what is true for you and allow that wisdom to guide you. So you're being asked to surrender to things you can't control in your life, because that's going to lead you to where you want to be, rather than you thinking you know where you need to go. So it's like you're trusting in your spirit more rather than your logical mind. And your higher self wants that for you. But all right, my Virgos, that is all I have for you. If you got any clarity, any upliftment, please, and you like this spread, please let me know your feedback in the comment section below. I really would love to know. Other than that, if you want to book your own reading, all of my services are in the link in the description below this video. And other than that, please understand, Virgos, that you're highly protected, but you're being asked to trust within yourself. Trust in self and trust in spirit. Because I feel like you're struggling with surrendering to having trust. But you're definitely going to be pushing that alignment, boo-boo, so you ain't got no choice. But other than that, just know I'm getting good energy from this, and your higher self is really looking out for you. So definitely trust in what your gut is telling you, because you're being led to something bigger than you could ever imagine. But other than that, my beautiful Virgos, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here, and you enjoy spending your time with me here today, boo-boo. Hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Other than that, my Virgos, have a blissful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Namaste.